You know what? There's these two behaviors which I believe I should stop. Number one, each and every day, I'm trying to see the progress of my portfolio. I want to see what was the gain today. It's somehow my brain is aligned towards seeing progress in a positive manner. But it led me to the news which I am going to share with you today. And another behavior which I need to stop is each and every time I'm trying to figure out how many individuals subscribe to my YouTube channel, how many individuals took their precious time and tried to view or to watch my YouTube videos. It's the same thing which I'm doing, like I am doing when watching my portfolio progress. And actually, it doesn't stop with YouTube. It goes directly to my podcast. I am trying to see how many individuals downloaded my episodes. Okay, today over 18 individuals downloaded my podcast. I'm like, that is it. I'm excited to see more than 18 individuals downloading my episodes. Anyway, here's the sad news. My portfolio is down 3% for today. It is down 3%. So I tried to do some research, and here are the things. Nairobi Stock Exchange, in the last few days, individuals in total have lost over 96 billion Kenyan shillings. That is, Nairobi Stock Exchange, for the last few days, it has lost more than 96 billion. I also kind of saw some kind of a subtitle or something like that, where I also came across it's like over 200 billion Kenyan shillings have been lost in their value in Nairobi Stock Exchange, which means things are somehow turning not to be okay. But I am not here to discourage you from investing in Nairobi Stock Exchange at the moment. But if you are stuck here until I conclude this video, you will come to a position where you will find out that if you have some resources, I am not encouraging you to go ahead and pump your resources into Nairobi Stock Exchange. But if you have enough resources, quite a decent amount, then this is the serene opportunity. This is the nice moment for you to be in a good position to acquire shares of decent companies from Nairobi Stock Exchange. Anyway, some of the companies which have done pathetically, anyway, it's not that pathetic because it's a nice opportunity for those individuals who understand what they are doing in Nairobi Stock Exchange. Some of the companies which have done or which have led to this massive loss of the value in Nairobi Stock Exchange include Safaricom, which is a company I will not stop investing in. I somehow want to accumulate enough resources to acquire shares of Safaricom. We have also big companies, including big banks. We have KCB, we have APSA, we have Equity Bank. Those are also the gigantic parastatals, if you may say, or institutions, which have also shared a lot of value when it comes to Nairobi Stock Exchange market. Now, why is it happening as such? First of all, you need to realize there were some changes which happened in 2026. For example, we have CED Trader, which allowed ordinary individuals. Is it really ordinary? But I can say which allowed more individuals to participate in trading, and that is in buying and selling of shares in Nairobi Stock Exchange. I believe I came across this information where in the first day of the CEDM trader, when it was launched, over 35% of the transactions which were carried out in that day, they were done on CED trader. So you can see how much the impact this platform had when it comes to selling of shares in Nairobi Stock Exchange and also buying of those shares. This also led to kind of a lot of the market to behave in a bull way. That is, it's increased its value. That is, the supply of these shares was somehow insufficient when the demand was so high, which led to the shares increasing in their value. So that's one of the reasons why there was a lot of kind of value which was added to the Nairobi Stock Exchange market. But as time goes by, things have also changed. We have a war in the Middle East. Individuals are kind of now not interested anymore to invest in Nairobi Stock Exchange market. They don't have the extra cash which they can use to buy or sell to buy actually the shares in Nairobi Stock Exchange, which also means there are some other individuals who have decided to get rid of some of their shares which they own in Nairobi Stock Exchange. Once we have more individuals wanting to sell those shares which they own in Nairobi Stock Exchange, it means there is going to be a lot of shares which individuals want to get rid of compared to those individuals who are in need of these shares. And at the end of the day, we have seen massively that foreigners are getting rid of these shares, of their own shares in Nairobi Stock Exchange. You can observe that the companies, the likes of Safaricom, foreign investors somehow decided to sell some of the shares or some of the portfolio which they had in these big companies. That's why the kind of the 96 billion which has been lost is due to there is no demand of the shares which has been before. But in general, the Nairobi Stock Exchange has been doing fine for the last 1 year and maybe a few years ago. So individuals, what should you do as an individual who is interested, especially who was curious to invest in Nairobi Stock Exchange? What should you do when you have heard that there is blood in the street? There's a kind of a phrase, I believe I'm going to say exactly what it means. How it is said, not what actually it means, but how it is said. When there's blood in the street, then you should be a hungry person. Just go for it. When you are seeing individuals are getting rid of those shares which they own, probably there are no good reasons. For instance, an individual can get rid of the company of the shares of Safaricom, because I do believe Safaricom as a company which has actually decreased from around 32 to currently selling around 28 shillings per share. There is no genuine reason which you can use to convince me that Safaricom is a company which you should not hold for a long period of time, unless you are a day trader. If you are a day trader, I can somehow understand why you want to get rid of Safaricom shares. Companies like Cooperative Bank, I'm a big fan of Cooperative Bank. Those are shares which you can hold for a long period of time. These shares are really something which have a bright future. So if you are one of those individuals, I am not encouraging you. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's I just trying to give out my own opinions. And also, if you find some value in these opinions, you can go ahead, do some further research, and see what's the nice course which you are going to follow. Now, if you have some resources, just prepare. One thing which you need to do or you need to understand when it comes to investing in the stock market, there is no individual, no person who is going to tell you that the exact date and time, this is when the general market is going to be at the lowest point. What I can encourage you is this. If you have been setting, for example, a given date each and every month, that is the date which you are going to buy shares. Continue with that schedule, because it is the best when it comes to somehow, if you want to relate something which means to timing the market, it's you developing a given day, a given time of a given month, or maybe once in every 2 months, when you are going to buy those shares. Don't be scared that the companies which you are used to invest in, you are seeing that somehow those companies are losing their value when it comes to the share price. They can lose their value in terms of their share numbers, but the really material, something which underlies it, that is the intrinsic value, if you may say, of that company still is intact. For example, Safaricom is still intact. It doesn't mean that since Safaricom has reduced it from 32 shillings per share to 28 shillings per share, that Safaricom is not no longer going to do decent amount of business in Kenya. No, those are just figures which are shown on the screen each and every day, and they tend to fluctuate as per the feelings of those investors who are interested in those shares. So what I can encourage you to do is, if you are interested to own those decent companies in Nairobi Stock Exchange, this is a nice opportunity for you to go ahead and continue to buy those shares. Buy, don't be scared by the behaviors of the masses. Don't just follow the crowd. Be consistent in your schedule when it comes to the investing in Nairobi Stock Exchange. Continue investing. Don't be scared. So long as the companies which you're interested to invest in have a decent balance sheet, they have a potential nice future, just continue investing in those shares. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content. Remember to like, and also don't forget to share. As I told you, my one of my best, what am I saying? One of those bad behaviors which I want to get rid of is trying to watch each and every time how my subscriber count is doing, and also those individuals who are watching. So if you are going to assist me, is you by just subscribing and also liking, because I will somehow get used to those figures and get exhausted. But also there's something which I want to add on, that I trying to watch my portfolio each and every time is somehow I'm trying to prime my brain in that these things are going to happen, whether I like it or not. So even if now at the moment I try to somehow watch my portfolio, some of those figures fluctuating each and every time, I believe I will be in a more kind of nice position when I would have kind of a massive portfolio, and I will be like, I have seen these things before and it's okay. Even if it is fluctuating each and every day, somehow things are okay. It's not the end of the world. So that's also some of the reasons why I try to watch each and every day, which is not healthy, to watch my portfolio, the progress of my portfolio. Anyway, thanks for watching. I think have a happy, what am I saying? Have a happy investing journey. See you in my next one.